Hello. Hello. Hello, Netflix. And Narnia, like the company, not the books. This is how you should release your movies. This is the order that I came up with. I'm creative, you're dumb. I have no really smart, intelligent way to start the video. All I know is that I believe Netflix still owns the right to Narnia and Rings of Power, and that Dragon's Game of Thrones spinoff is out, and I don't. You start with Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. You basically have the same kind of story go down. You can add your little Netflix twists to it if you want. Up to you. And yeah, basically at the end, the penalties are kind of just like, well, that kind of happened. And this leads to the first book, The Magician's Nephew. Now, in this situation, you can have it go two ways. Either the professor's either it just kind of happens and it goes to the first book, which is kind of lame, but it's an option. Or the second way, they can walk to the professor and be like, hey, professor, this and this and this had happened to us, and we met this lion. And the professor can do a little dramatic turn like this. What was the lion's name? And then boom, Magician's Nephew. If you don't know the plot of Magician's Nephew, basically, a magician's nephew gives a kid named Diggory and his neighbor, whose name's Polly, 2 rings, and they go to this little entryway with little puddles, and they jump into the puddles, and one of the puddles was a place called Charm or some stuff. Some stuff like that, and basically that's where they get the White Witch, and that's how the White Witch comes to Narnia. And they get to Narnia by stepping in another puddle. It's an okay book. It's okay. Creative. But yeah, this is the second movie after Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. So Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, number 1. Magician's Nephew, number 2. And then the prophet asked, how long were they there for? And the Pennies, that's Peter, Susan, Edmund, that's their last name. They're like, oh, we were in there for a while. And Diggory is shocked by this, because he was only in Narnia for a good week or a few days. Not that long. And he was just like, oh, do you guys have any stories or anything? And then Peter were like, not that I can really think of. Edmund just has this little brain blast. He's like, oh, Lucy, do you remember that story about the horse and his boy? I'm so smart. Also, if you take anything away from this, you need to read The Horse and His Boy. It's so good. Listen to me. I have an iPad. Also, there's a war in it, a full-out war kind of happens. So you can. It'd be cool to see that. Narnia isn't really okay. There's parts of it I liked. Other parts are just kind of racist. An example that always kind of is in the last book, they put on this stuff, and it makes them look darker. AKA they did brown face, which that's not cool. Unless you're the prime minister. That's really not cool. C.S. Lewis, you crazy man. But, that's basically it's such a simple thing. You basically have it's a war. Keep in mind the Narnia books, the first one at least, take place during World War II. Okay, full on war. They have time to chat. Okay, and literally they can get out of the wardrobe, and the professor's like, oh my goodness, this happened to me. And then the kids can go to sleep, and then I don't know, next day, Edmund and Lucy are like, Professor, we have a story about a horse and his boy. Can you write it down for us? And boom. But yeah, so chronologically, it goes Magician's Nephew, Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe, Horse and His Boy, and then Prince Caspian. So the only one we would switch around is the first two. But yeah, basically then you literally can just have it go from there. You can have it be, oh, we're at the train station 1 year later. Boom, Prince Caspian. Oh, our siblings are in America. Guess we have to go hang over cousined. Boom, you're on a voyage of the Dawn Treader. Shortly after that, oh, looks like we have to deal with, going to school. Boom, Silver Chair, which is also so good, and I want to see it in a movie. The BBC one wasn't that good. And then finally, you can do the last battle. Now, I made a video before saying the Voyage of the Dawn Treader should be a movie series, but I think, honestly, all of them could work in mini seasons. And you know how many seasons we'll get? We'll get 7 seasons, baby. 7 seasons of art and enrichment. And I would be more than happy to see that. Netflix, you can hire me, okay? Hire me. Listen. Anyways. Yeah, like, it's so... Okay, you can be, like, people... I think people think things like, I don't think people will watch a show where, like, so-and-so changes. And the cast, majority of the show is dependencies, like, like, Peter, Susan, and Lucy are together. So we would have to, like, my envisionment of this is that you're filming... This is insane. You film Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe first, and then if it does well, you go Magician's Nephew, Horse and His Boy at the same time. And I'm assuming at the same time you begin filming Prince Caspian, because, like, children age quickly, and then, like, immediately after that, you do Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Because, like, goodness. The children they cast in this are going to be, like, they would be booked for a while. And, like, I really like Jill. Jill's a fun character. But yeah, Netflix, I'm going to be gone I'll be, doing stuff, but you need me, call me. And that's all I really can say. It's a good idea of mine, and yes, it just came to my head. I'm very original, okay? I'm smart. I have an iPad. Okay, that's it. Outro.